Bedtime stories for adults. Greek Mythology, Part 3. Tale 6. The name-giving of Athens. Cecrops, the first king of Attica, had named his city after him, Scropia. However, the gods of Olympus saw this lovely piece of land, and wanted to name it after them and become its patron. The most persistent rivals were Poseidon, the god of the sea, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom. To solve their dispute, Zeus decided that each of them would present a gift to the city, and the people of Scropia would decide which gift was the best, and therefore which god would be the patron of the city. One sunny day, Cecrops and the residents of the city went up to a high hill to watch the gods presenting their gifts. Poseidon was the first to present his gift. He struck a rock with his trident, and caused a spring of water to gush forth from the ground. This signified that he was assuring the citizens with water, and therefore they wouldn't face any time of drought. However, the people were not exactly enchanted with his gift because the water from the spring tasted salty, just like the waters of the sea over which Poseidon ruled. Next, it was the turn of goddess Athena. She struck her spear on the ground, and a lovely olive tree jumped out of the earth. The citizens liked this gift better because it would give them food, oil, and firewood. This is how Athena became the patroness of the beautiful city, and this is how Athens got its name according to Greek mythology. The hill where the gods presented their gifts was the Acropolis Hill. There is still an olive tree there, and some say it is the same tree Athena gifted to the ancient Athenians. Tale 7. Theseus and the Minotaur. Minos' son, Aegeus, has been treacherously killed while he was in Athens. Minos immediately sought revenge from the Athenians, and as retribution he had them send to Crete several youths, every 7 or 9 years, to be devoured by Minotaur, a terrifying monster, half man half bull. The young Athenians were thrown into a dark maze, full of arcades and dead ends, wandering aimlessly, until the Minotaur would find them. Theseus, the son of the king of Athens Aegeus, did not endure this humiliation, and demanded to be among the 7 young men that were to be sent for the 3rd time to the labyrinth. So, he arrived in Crete, and met Minos' daughter, Ariadne, with whom he fell in love. Ariadne then gave Theseus a lame spinner, known as Ariadne's thread, and advised him to tie his end to the entrance of the labyrinth, and unwrap it so that he could find the exit after killing Minotaur. Theseus entered the dark arcades holding the mite, and managed to kill the Minotaur by cutting off his head, thus ending Minos' blood rage. Then he managed to return to the exit, following Ariadne's thread. Theseus took Ariadne with him on his boat, and began the journey to Athens. However, they made a stop on the island of Naxos, where they celebrated their love. While on the island, the god Dionysus appeared in Theseus' dream, and told him that he had to leave the island without Ariadne, since she was meant to stay there and become Dionysus' wife. Ariadne stayed in Naxos and married Dionysus, while Theseus returned to Athens. The two lovers never met again. Tales 8. Daedalus and Icarus. The labyrinth in King Minos' palace was designed by a famous inventor and engineer, Daedalus. It is said that Athena herself taught Daedalus. King Minos commissioned to Daedalus and his son Icarus the construction of the labyrinth that would held the monster Minotaur. After finishing their work, King Minos imprisoned father and son inside the labyrinth in an effort to prevent knowledge of his labyrinth from spreading to the public. Father and son were thinking hard on how to escape, until Daedalus came up with an idea. They gathered a lot of feathers from birds and glued them together with wax, thus making 4 large wings. They tied the wings to each shoulder and fled from the island of Crete. Daedalus had warned Icarus not to fly close to the sun because the wax would melt. After passing the island of Delos, the boy, forgetting himself, flew high towards the sun. The hot sun softened the wax that held the feathers together, and Icarus fell in the sea and drowned. Daedalus named the place where his son fell Icaria, in his memory.